News Radio 1000 KTOK. I'm Falconer Lippert. There is a very special way you can support your favorite nonprofit, and we're going to talk about it tonight because Kurt McDowell is here. He has a wonderful new idea that if you listen to me often, you have heard about it before. It's called Frames with Photos. And Kurt is with McDowellincentives.com and does a lot of very creative, I'll say specialty advertising. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's sort of the old name now. It's called promotional products.
Promotional product.
Or swag. We'll call it swag.
I like swag, yes. But this is such a creative way for people to get their photos framed and all that and honor a nonprofit at the same time. So let's go back. Frames with Photos. How did you get the name for this and how does it work?
Well, the name was available. We looked at a lot. Basically, we just wanted to use a name that is real, what's actually happening. So basically, since it's an online photo framing site, we decided frameswithphotos.com would be an appropriate name to use.
Works, doesn't it? Yes.
Right.
And so when we were talking about it before, it was just getting started.
Right.
So how do people access Frames with Photos?
Well, there's more smartphones in America than there are people. So we thought, and I think there's 1,000. The average person has 1,000 pictures on their phone. At least, yeah.
Yes.
If you're my daughter, you've got 100,000. But we thought, why not have a photo framing site? And basically, this had arose out of a need for Next Gen Foundation to raise funds for themselves, and that's sort of how it was birthed.
And let's do an aside here. What is the Next Gen Foundation?
Okay, the Next Gen Foundation it honors those that are under 30 that have achieved some certain accomplishments.
It is great recognition.
Exactly.
Yes.
And all walks of life. It's a great way for companies to really reward those people that they want to basically employ long term as well. So,
yes.
And really Gen Z, millennials don't get that kind of recognition as often. So it's a great way to do that and have a nice big event to support, to do that. And we're actually in Oklahoma and Kansas and Missouri and
so
other
the
states,
last time we were together, we were even asking for nominations, and then you had an incredible event with networking and all kinds of wonderful things, and talked about the fact that nonprofits need to raise money. Next Gen is a nonprofit. I happen to know that Carpenter Square Theater is a nonprofit. And
I think you know the owner.
A volunteer board chair is who I know. So how does this work, Kurt?
Okay. Well, to back up, I've been on numerous boards of nonprofits. I'm sure you have as well. Kids that go to school, alumni groups as well. And there's usually one or two major fundraisers that they can really get all of their non-paid volunteers to really put their efforts behind. So we were really wanting to create a method for some passive income, passive fundraising, because you always need a little bit more money than you're already getting from these other efforts. So we thought, why not have a product or service that people use, that everybody uses no matter what, and why not buy through our organization, and a percentage of the profit can go to the nonprofit or the association or whomever is our marketing partner. So that's sort of how that was birthed.
So it really is a partnership.
Yes.
That you have with, and who all do you partner with?
Well, right now we literally just launched, so we're partnering with, without giving away some names, obviously the Next Gen Foundations. We're partnering with, I think we're getting ready to go Carpenter Square.
Just somehow my husband thinks he's already filled out all the stuff, but I asked him to check it, and I forgot to check it myself.
Right.
So.
And we're in talks with some schools, some elementary schools, some other schools, some alumni groups. So we're really we're looking for nonprofits.
Real estate groups too, right?
Yep.
As I understand, anybody that loves photos
Right.
and finds that they wish they weren't all just in your phone, that you could hang them on the wall and display them very nicely and those kind of things.
Correct.
And so how do they get involved?
Well, on our site, if on the upper right-hand side of our front page, our homepage, is a marketing partner link. And basically any nonprofit agency association can go to that site and fill out our application and become a marketing partner. It's very simple. It's 1, 2, 3 process. So,
Right.
And we're fairly quick to approve them, and basically they can get started. And then we'll offer them some ads, either generic or we can create them for them. Email campaigns that they can use to so basically we're commissioning them for just introducing us to their audience and their supporters.
And, one of the things I really like about this is I know if you're a nonprofit, generally you're a member of another organization like Allied Arts or something like that.
Right.
And they actually have times when they have to fundraise for themselves, for the Allied Arts organization. And so they have what they'll call, dark times or whatever, that you're not allowed to fundraise when Allied Arts is doing their fundraiser. And so this is a really nice thing because it has no time constraints to it, does it?
Right. I mean, it's a 24/7, 365 days a year fundraising effort. Yeah.
Well, I was honored that when Don and Marcia were here, his wife, we took a photo up here.
Right.
And he had it framed and sent to me, and it comes in the nicest box, and it's all framed and beautiful. I mean, it really is a very nice service. Yes.
Yeah. And one of the greatest things we've got, we are a totally Oklahoma produced company. So we're actually printing the prints here. We're framing the frames here. And all the money that's generated is we've got Oklahoma employees. So it's kind of a win-win.
It is
all
a
the way
win-win,
around,
isn't it?
Right.
So as I understand it, if I go to Carpenter Square Theater and I see, I want to, I've had my picture taken last night with my whole family at the theater. Mm-hmm. And I could go to frameswithphotos.com. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. And look at all the different framing options and things like that. Pick out a frame, pick out how I want it matted or not or whatever, and click on it. And then I get to designate.
Well, we even make it easier than that.
Oh, okay.
Each of our nonprofits has a dedicated link that goes, so everybody that comes in from their dedicated link gets credited with that sale.
Gotcha.
So it's even easier than having to look for them on the site somewhere.
So Carpenter Square Theater could tell you my name, and then when I use it, it just automatically includes them. Correct?
Well, it's just a dedicated pigtail that they will get. I don't want to get in the weeds on
I
the
don't
IT
either.
of it.
And so does it
real
raise
easy.
the price of the framing or anything like that?
Nope. It's the same price. So, no, and then we'll commission the designated nonprofit that you came from their link.
Yes.
So we'll develop a QR code for them or a link that they'll have in their emails going out. So it's a really simple process.
And so the hope is that these nonprofits will reach out to their membership and say, hey, look at this great thing that we all benefit from. It kind of reminds me of the Tom's Shoes kind of thing, because it's not a buy one, get one free, but it's a buy one and someone else also benefits.
Correct. Yeah.
So we'll have more with Frames with Photos when we return. You're listening to 1000 KTOK. I'm Gwen Faulkner Lippert. News Radio 1000 KTOK. I'm Gwen Faulkner Lippert. Kurt McDowell is here with me from McDowellincentives.com, and he, I think, called himself the swag man. Is that right, Kurt? Is that accurate?
Well, yeah.
We're talking about something that is near and dear to everyone's heart, because we all have those high-definition cameras in our phone, and we take all those tremendous photos. And then, Kurt, don't you just love it when someone says, I took the greatest photo at Thanksgiving. Let me show it to you. And then they can't find it.
Right.
They can't find it, and they can't find it. And if they just had frames with photos printed and frame it and put it on the wall, then it would be,
Exactly. Or a family, you have a family of 20 and they're all in one picture, and then, I want that. How
Yes.
do you get it to everybody?
Yes.
Why not just
Yes.
not only frame it for somebody, or even better, give them a gift certificate?
A gift certificate.
Yes.
Now you're talking. How does that work?
Well, it's a perfect time of year, and if you're like me, you don't start shopping for Christmas until the 24th. We do have virtual gift cards on frameswithphotos.com as well.
Oh, yeah.
So
Generally, how much does it cost to frame a photo?
Well, we've got frames between, I think, $29 and up. We've got collages as well.
You do have collages?
Yes. We've got different size frames. We've got collages.
So, and I think this website is so interactive that you can see what it's going to look like. Can't
Exactly. You can actually upload a photo, see what it looks like in different colors of frames,
yes.
sizes of frames. You can rotate the frame. You can shrink, expand, crop the photo on the website itself. So
That's just pretty wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so, and all of this because we know that nonprofits are constantly needing to be supported. And rather than just say, give me $5 or give me whatever, if you use Frames with Photos, a certain percentage of their purchase goes to the nonprofit they designate, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
All right. So it is, as Don Swift would say, the power of the framing industry in America is a multi-billion-dollar market, and it offers immense potential and popularity. And so partnering with Frames with Photos as a nonprofit, you can tap into a lucrative industry and generate significant funds for your cause. Plus, it's such a feel-good thing, isn't it?
Sure. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah,
and what
people
a
want
great gift, because I'm telling you, Don did this for me. Mm-hmm. It came, I got it. It was in a beautiful box. I opened it up, and of course, everybody loves to see themselves, but it was just such a nice, thoughtful gift. And then, once you start something like that, you've started something.
Right. Yeah.
So you were saying you had daughters that love to take photos. Have you started something at your house?
Well,
are you running out of wall space?
Well, we do. We've actually got a stack of frames that have yet to find a wall, but that's another story for another time. But I did want to get back to the gift cards. For people who want to give a frame to somebody, but they don't know what kind of frame to get.
Yeah,
it's really easy to just offer a gift card, and this is the great time of year to say thank you to your friends, your family, business associates, employees, and rather than have to get something that you don't know if they're going to like, they can actually choose the type of frame and the photo.
Starbucks does wear out eventually.
Right. And I also wanted to add the beautiful thing about our virtual gift cards, because you can actually send it to an email address or send it to the phone by text, is that you can choose the virtual gift card. It's going to have a nice picture there. You can upload a picture of yourself or a company logo if it's a corporate gift. So it's not a generic gift card that you'll forget the next day, who gave this card to me? Mm-hmm. It's actually, you can actually say a little bit of thank you. And you can also, if you're one of those IT savvy people, you can actually upload an audio file, record an audio file on your phone. Say, hey Gwen, just wanted to thank you for what you did the other day, blah, 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 and upload that as well, and it'll go to you. It's a link.
That is so nice. So they would get the gift card and the audio file on their phone?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Kurt. This is radio. Now you're talking my language.
Well, and if you think about it, you can actually, if you've got a handful of employees or your family and their birthdays, you can go ahead and buy the gift cards for them and plug in when their birthday is, and it'll come to them on their birthday.
Oh, my goodness. So you could plan ahead.
Right.
You could get all organized for your whole family in like an hour.
Exactly.
And have it taken care of.
Right.
Oh, my goodness. That is fantastic. So, well, the website is up and running.
Yes.
And how many nonprofits do we want to attract? As many as we can?
Yeah, as many as we can. We're interested in helping nonprofits raise money, and any nonprofit that wants help raising money, we are willing to talk to. So all they have to do is fill out the form, and we'll get them started.
Yes. Yeah. And you know how I remember this name, Frames with Photos? It's alphabetical. The F comes before the P. Frames with Photos, because, generally you would say it the other way, but Frames with Photos is alphabetical. So frameswithphotos.com. Can people reach out to you and suggest that you contact different nonprofits, or should they reach out to their own nonprofit and have it come that direction?
Either way, they can contact us by email, info@frameswithphotos.com.
Okay.
Or contact the nonprofit to have them go directly to our site to sign up. So.
Well, it's simple. Mm-hmm. It's a sustainable solution for nonprofit fundraising, and it offers a straightforward, high-impact solution. I mean, when you get a gift like that, think of grandparents and aunts and uncles or teachers that you want to remember you, mm-hmm. or whatever. The other thing that Don Swift was explaining to me, that you can monitor it, every purchase from your organization, to see how well it's going.
Right. Every what we call our nonprofit partners marketing partners, and each marketing partner has their own dashboard. They can monitor all of the sales that they've recommended to our site. They can see, they can get their dedicated, what we call affiliate link. So it's their dedicated partner link. So to give out to people to come to the site. So it's.
Is there any limitation as to the kind of nonprofit, or are you like Rotary, you can only be one of a certain thing or whatever, or is this wide open?
It's right now we're wide open.
Yeah.
McDowell Incentives ourselves, we do a lot of help with fundraising programs as well, and we've got nonprofits, businesses actually, and for-profit businesses that we can easily link one of our swag sites. So if you think of imprinted T-shirts, polos, caps, mugs, tumblers. What
is the most popular gift that companies are giving to people? Are they like a cup or whatever? Or?
I would probably say tumblers.
Tumblers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The double wall aluminum tumblers are probably stainless steel tumblers.
They're pretty nice, aren't they?
Yes.
And you can have your company logo put on it, or what all can you do?
Company logo can be etched on it. In some cases even personalized if they need them personalized for individuals. So,
well, that's very nice, isn't it? Okay, we're talking about frameswithphotos.com. Mm-hmm. If you know a nonprofit, you would reach out to them. They would apply to be a partner, and by being a partner means they're listed in your nonprofits, and then you could designate when you make a purchase that
And we give them a dedicated link that in their emails, their social media posts, we can actually give them an ad to hang on their website.
Okay.
Which we would recommend. So basically links back to our site, and we capture where they came from.
I'm Gwen Falconer Lippert. You're listening to 1000 KTOK.